at Frary Lumber, 912 2nd Street in Fulton.
Well, joining me in studio, Paul Dymkowski. And Paul, thanks for sitting in yesterday. The voice is coming around slowly. I think tomorrow's going to be great.
Yeah, it sounds much better today.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll do a coaches show tomorrow because I really don't want to get the coaches sick.
Sure.
They would not appreciate that, I would imagine.
No.
The reason we got you in is you're going to be on The Current on Channel 8 later this afternoon. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago I posted on our website that we had been picked up in Finland. One of our Finland listeners heard KROS, and so Shelby Kluver, who's the host of the show, saw that and contacted me and said, hey, would you like to come on the show and talk about it? And I'm like, sure, why not? So I'm going to be a guest on, I think, 4:30 this afternoon.
So Channel 8 at 4:30, you want to look in on that. Yeah. Now, you were doing a little research on this.
Yes.
So, I mean, they just didn't happen to pick up KROS in Finland. They have a way that they can do that.
Yeah, so as it turns out, it's a big hobby for these people to go up north of the Arctic Circle. It's in Lapland, Finland, which is the province. And they just sit in cabins this time of year where it's dark probably year-round, and nothing better to do than just to listen to radio signals. So what they do is they set up huge copper wire antennas. And what surprised me was the guy who heard us ran 2,300 feet of copper wire. Now, our radio tower's 400 feet high. This is 2,000 feet of copper wire, but then they just sit and listen to a radio receiver and see what stations they hear.
I would imagine that's more horizontal than vertical.
Yeah, no, they run it along the ground. It's like 6 feet off the ground. They suspend that up and just listen. Now,
this is not the first time you've been contacted by somebody in Finland or in that area.
Right. This is maybe the fourth or fifth time now. Yeah, so it's this time of year that they go up and they listen and somehow pick us up. And because it's happened before, it makes you think, well, it happens all the time, but it's pretty rare that they would pick us up, considering that there's probably hundreds of stations at 1340 megahertz. How do they pick us up out of that whole mix of stations? But atmospheric conditions, just could be sunspot activity. Whatever, it just happened to pick us up on that particular night.
So is it more based AM stations?
Well, what these guys look for is the AM stations, which is considered mid-wave DXing is the terminology, which just means long distance listening, and mid-wave is the AM wave.
So did he send you an email, or how did he get in touch with you?
Yeah, so they send an email with a little audio clip of what they heard.
Oh, really?
And then they want confirmation. So what it is, these guys, it's a club, and they give, I don't know if they award each other a traveling trophy or something, but at the end of the season, they congratulate whoever found the most stations. And so they need confirmation. If you don't send back the email and say, yeah, that's us, then they can't put that down as a confirmed station.
Now, is it primarily stations in the United States, or are they like Canada, Europe, Mexico?
Right. They do other countries, but this particular gentleman was focused on the United States. But they do Canada, Mexico, and in Europe and different places too.
So what was the audio clip?
It was December 17th at 10 p.m. And it was just it was our ID, so you could hear our ID.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit of the news, because it was the top of the hour.
So when they do get these, I mean, is it just a short amount of time that they're able to pick up the signal?
Generally, our signal might be coming in for 10 to 15 minutes before it fades out, and then some other station might come in.
Really?
So they will record the whole thing, but then they just keep the audio clip that has our call letters in it to make sure that confirms that it's us. So I've never gotten a clip longer than 30 seconds from them, but I think it's about 10 to 15 minutes that we come in before it fades out and goes to something else.
And does it have to be, I mean, is it because of where they are located that they're able to do this kind of things?
Yes. So the way the AM signal bounces off the stratosphere, it goes over the North Pole, and they're located directly on the other side of the world, across from us, and that's where they're able to pick up the signal then.
So again, you're going to be on Channel 8 at around 4:30, and you're not traveling down there, are you?
No, no. So they said we can do it by Zoom, and so I'll just be here in the studio and on my computer, and so you'll see my head and the background there. So similar to the camera angle here. So
Did you get a chance to see the promotion of it yesterday?
no, I saw him talk. I saw the little tease, but I didn't see anything after that.
But they were showing the station.
Oh, they did. Okay, I missed that.
Yeah. I don't know,
Okay.
they must have footage, file footage, I would imagine, to have the station.
Well, they did ask. She did ask me to send them some pictures, so I did
okay.
send them some pictures.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, there you go. So, are you excited about this?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I don't know exactly what questions she's going to ask. Maybe the same ones you just did. So maybe this is like the pre-interview interview. But yeah, and the idea that little old KROS at 1,000 watts could be heard that far away is just mind-boggling. When you think about it.
So again, 4:30, Channel 8, The Current, with Shelby,
Yep.
and you two guys are going to be good friends.
Yes.
All right, Paul. Thanks.
Look forward to it. All right. Thanks.
Your future isn't just